The Trump administration is ordering Russia to shutter a consulate in San Francisco as well as annexes in Washington and New York, the State Department announced Thursday. The move was positioned as a response in the spirit of parity to the Russian government's order that the United States cut down the number of diplomatic personnel in Russia, which a state spokesman described as unwarranted and detrimental. Moscow was ordered to close the facilities by Saturday. The United States has fully implemented the decision by the government of the Russian Federation to reduce the size of our mission in Russia, spokeswoman Heather Nauert said. We believe this action was unwarranted and detrimental to the overall relationship between our countries. Speaking to reporters following the announcement, a senior administration official emphasized that Washington's ultimate goal is to improve relations with Moscow, not further damage them. Our goal is really to find a way to get to better relations between our two countries, the official said, but Russia's immediately reacted negatively, with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov accusing the U.S. of escalating tensions and a Kremlin spokesperson promising retaliation. We regret the unconstructive stance taken by our counterparts in the United States and, of course, we cannot afford to leave unfriendly, and sometimes hostile steps towards this without retaliation, presidential spokesman Dmitry Peskov said. According to Russian state news agency TASS, Tillerson informed Lavrov that the U.S. had complied with Russia's order and is now moving to close the diplomatic and consular facilities in a phone call Thursday. The administration official said, President Trump has repeatedly voiced a desire for better relations with Moscow, though the latest move could make achieving that more difficult. I hope that we do have good relations with Russia, Trump said at the White House on Monday. I say it loud and clear. I have been saying it for years. I think it's a good thing if we have great relationships, or at least good relationships, with Russia. I believe someday that will happen. At the end of July, Russian President Vladimir Putin ordered the U.S. to reduce the number of diplomatic personnel in Russia by 755, in response to sanctions placed in Moscow over its intervention in the 2016 presidential election. The administration would not confirm that number on Thursday, but said that the U.S. had reduced its personnel in Russia to 455. The U.S. was able to choose which personnel and functions to shutter, the official said. With the move on Thursday, Russia will still have more diplomatic and consular facilities in the United States than vice versa. With this action, both countries will remain with 3 consulates each, Nauert said Thursday. While there will continue to be a disparity in the number of diplomatic and consular annexes, we have chosen to allow the Russian government to maintain some of its annexes in an effort to arrest the downward spiral in our relationship. The United States hopes that, having moved toward the Russian Federation's desire for parity, we can avoid further retaliatory actions by both sides and move forward to achieve the stated goal of both of our presidents: improved relations between our two countries and increased cooperation on areas of mutual concern, she said. The United States is prepared to take further action as necessary and as warranted. The Kremlin's meddling in last year's presidential election is the subject of multiple ongoing congressional probes, as well as a special counsel appointed by the Justice Department. The intelligence community believes Russia hacked Democratic groups and leaked information with the intention of helping to get Trump in the White House.